you both raised several interesting points. One thing that I want to highlight is the ripple effects throughout the global economy. We've all heard about the bullwhip effect, where a small change in one place causes much bigger changes both upstream and downstream, or the beer game, where you get to model that. So are we entering into a new chapter where, like global warming, there will just be a higher number of high beta supply chain outcomes, where we have extreme ranges of either demand spikes that caused the Shipageddon last year, or supply spikes like the Suez crisis that just mean there's going to be more volatility in our world? What do you guys think? Jim, what do you think?
Well, I think it's yield. I mean, as I read a lot, you look at the earnings that come out. You do this for a living, Ben. They're all focused on yield management, right? FedEx and UPS, and frankly, the Postal Service. That was in the 10-year plan. He wants to make more money on the existing business, which is interesting because what we hear about is free shipping, right? It's all about free shipping. There's nothing free. And I've never seen the carriers, there's no sharp pencils out there cutting costs, price wars. Everybody, they're firing customers, if anything, and so it's a weird time you're growing and you're looking for solutions, and you're saying you're hitting your tiers and you're not getting a lower price because they're just not giving it to you. You'd be happy they're making you happy to take it off your dock, so it's a crazy time. And it's, once again, I think it's continuing right through peak. I hope they, expand a little and flex out in peak. But I think that focus on yield management is an important one. If I was a shipper, I'd be diversifying. I'd look up, I'd make sure I had some eggs with the Postal Service and with the two big carriers. And I'd look at consolidators. I would look at regional players who are building up capacity. And honestly, I think a lot of people are noticing it. Once again, there's a lot of buildup in last mile people that are delivering, and so I think there'll be some more alternatives, out there in the street doing delivery as time goes on, because there's opportunity out there.
I like Jimmy's point on yield. I want to lean into Jimmy's point on yield because I think that's where the solution lies. One of the wonderful parts about America to me is when there's an opportunity for someone to make money, everybody heads towards it, right? That's how you get a gold rush. And the upside to that is if the opportunity is being caused by a shortage of supply, which this one is, people gravitate towards the area that's coming up short, because that's where a lot of money can be made. And like Jim's saying, you're seeing that in use of consolidators and regional carriers. You're seeing companies like DHL, who has come back with a really aggressive play around their DHL e-commerce product. I thought it disappeared for a while there, but now it's back and they're pushing it out there. Pitney Bowes as a market entrant, shipping stuff all over the country as a consolidator. I know a lot of those regionals saw outrageous volumes, and now they're building capacity to field it the next time. So although, Ben, I think there might be a whipsaw in demand, and we may see some new peaks of demand in the future, I don't think that our basis is going to be as far off. I think we started off this one expecting 2020 volumes, and we got 2024 volumes. We got 2025 volumes. And then bad things happened. And I don't think we're going to see that on a regular basis. I think now we'll build to 2024 volumes, build to 2025 volumes. There's maybe a fortune to be made in small delivery trucks, but I'm not in that business, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's another element that we're not talking about. We're talking about moving things from all these great distances or diverse points. And I think there's going to be a lot of manufacturing and distribution that moves local. I think we're going to see more of a proliferation of 3D printing. I would not be surprised if there was the concept of assembly and we were shipping parts to local places to be assembled, because those parts can come from more diverse or closer manufacturers. I think there's going to be some evolution in how the items are made, so that we can get them closer to their final destination.
You got to have a good footprint for fulfillment, I think nowadays, ship from store. Look at Target's done with ship from store. It's, just a great rollout. I mean, and they've taken, think about this, retailers, floor space is sacred, aisle space, and they took a third of some of their stores and made them fulfillment, and it worked because the demand was there, right?
No, that's spot on, Jim. And I agree, Jeremy, 100%. We're members of some manufacturing associations. And in that regard, we're already, as early as this summer, we were seeing people talking about the rise of near sourcing for manufacturing, and about the redundancy and the disciplines around making sure you truly have multiple sources for your goods, and that one of them is close, even if it's higher cost. So we were seeing a lot of people head in that direction. So I think you're spot on that.